So guys, I'll be teaching you guys how I achieved this design. Very simple. So just follow along. Very simple. So first of all, it's a very simple design. First of all, you just create a new document. Let me open to our folder. Create a new document, a new canvas, which is create new. Then I use the size 1080 pixels as the width, then 1350 height in pixels as the height, resolution 300, background white, 12 pixels, etc. So so this is good. Control Z to. So the first thing I did here, I created a color fill which is B8 to 8F2. So I'm just going to copy this. I'm going to click on here, I'm going to create solid color, I'm going to paste this here. Then I imported my background, which is this one, and I placed it here. I make any changes to this. No, I didn't make any change, I just added noise to it. So I'll just, this background that I added here, I will just drag it here. Then I will scale it. Then I will centralize it. All right. Then what I do here is I click on filter here, up here, and add noise, and add noise to this. Or add noise. I'll reduce the noise to about 12. Reduce the noise to 10. I'll click on OK. Then the font I use for this is Serra Pro. I'll just use my Serra Pro here to type out the title. Sign out. Right, this is too big. I'll change it down to 18. Sign. I'll change the tracking, the leading to 18. So we can follow each other. Sign out the. Alright. I will reduce the tracking. Reduce the tracking to 16. Reduce the tracking to 14. Reduce the tracking to 12. I'll keep it at 13. Alright, so actually use a contrasting color, a complementary colors for this design. I use complementary colors. So complementary colors are colors that follow on that are on opposite sides on the color wheel. So let me just use this thing to explain to you. Chart I have here is to explain to you what complementary colors are. As you can see, complementary colors like this blue and this orange, they are on opposite sides on the color wheel. For example, let's take this blue like this now, this blue like this. They are on opposite sides of the color wheel. So you can use this blue or this orange and this orange, and they will work. So if I pick that brown, this blue, the opposite will give me is this brown color, which I use for this. So I will just drag in that one here from our projects, our resource. I'll drag in this one here, and I will place it on in our design here. All right, here I'll place it here, and I want to add my margins. I'll click on View, Add New Guide Layout, and I'll make my margins here. My margins are in blue line. I'll make them 80. I'll take it 70 pixels or 60. Let's make them 70. 70, and 70. All right, so click on OK. So I have my margin here, very good margin here. All right, then I can now add my other text here, this text here. Let me just copy and paste it. I'll just copy and paste it to save time. I'll copy it and I will just go here and I will paste it like this. Then I can now change the scale, Ctrl T on my keyboard. Can scale it down. Make sure the scaling is proportional. Scaling is proportional. Maintain aspect ratio. When you are scaling, make sure this is ticked on, that you can maintain aspect ratio of your whatever you are scaling down. All right. So this here, I can bring in my logos here. So what I did here, I make sure that this one is on bold and the University of Benin is light. It's light. So I will drag this in here and I will drag this in here. All right. Let me drag this in. Drag this in here. Okay. Click on V for my move tool. I will change the size of this one down, make it to be like this. I think I'm okay with this. Then this size of this one, I will scale it down also. Scale it down also to make sure it fits this here. So we have this. This is our zoom tool to zoom in here, so I'll make sure that these logos are the same size. You can take this down, make sure that the logos are the same size. You can just place this one on top of this one, then hold Alt, then drag and drag, make sure they are the same size. Alright, it's my new key. Alright, I'll add 3.4. It makes it to be equal size. So they are equal size now. You can just place them side by side. Alright, Ctrl 0. So I have this, and our design is getting ready now. So I will just copy this one out. I use our text tool to write this one out, and use the color here. The color here is brown. This color here, 79 for F4 4F43. I'll copy this color. I don't want to copy it. I just have to collect from this one. So let me increase the size of this one. Increase the size. This one, place it here. All right. Then this one here is just a rectangle that I drew here. So without further, let me just delete this one and type out the details here. We can make this one small, then make this one small, make it to be 8, make it smaller, make it to be 6. All right. Now still reduce the size. It's not good size enough. Then I will paste these numbers. I'll just type it here. Use tracking to 3 to 4. Medical complex. All right, we have this. I will change the color to blue, and I'll still reduce the tracking to 3.73. All right, I'll change the font size to light. All right, so I have this like this now. Then I can just type my date. I can just hold Alt, drag this down, change the dates 22.02. 2022, then Ctrl J, move this press down, hold my V, then move this one, click on V to go to my selection tool, then move it down. Then I can change this to the time, which is 2:30 p.m. Alright, then select this and change my color to this. Right, change my font to bold, or change it to black. Let's see, change it to bold. Then I want to change this one also to bold. Alright, so we're almost done with this design. I'll bring in my pin here into this here, then I'll scale it, place it on top of this one, scale it down. Okay, click on enter, click on V, I'll zoom in here, I'll adjust it to make sure it's placed exactly above this 5 here. Adjust this, change it to bold. Alright, then what I'll do to this pin, I will change the color. So click on it, enter my layer style, click on color overlay, and I'll click on this, change the color to this. Alright, click on OK. Alright, then I will add, I think I will still take this one down, change it to 0.5, make it really small. Alright, it's really small now. What I will do is I will use my rectangle tool to draw a rectangle, a small rectangle here to demarcate between the topic and this thing. I'll click on stroke, remove the stroke, then cancel this, so click on this rectangle, click on this color here. Alright, so I have this color here. Alright, I can decide to change the color of this, the size of this. So I'll make sure that these two things are aligned together. They are aligned together. Alright, then I'll change the size of this, here. Zoom in, change the size to like this top here. Alright, good. So I can select this, select my pin and group them. I'll name them details. Alright, then for the last part, to import my images. My images are very important. So I'll go to my images here. I will drag them in here to my Photoshop. Here, drag the second one in, drag it in Photoshop. Let's close this one. Drag my image, drag the third one here, Photoshop. Then I'll click on select and subjects. So select my subject. To select my subject automatically and removes the background. So I'll click on this mask. First, what I'll do, Ctrl Z, I will go to my select and select or modify smooth. I'll change it to, I'll leave it at 2, and I'll contract it by 1. Contract it by 1. Now I can convert it, I can add mask to it, then convert it to smart objects. Take some time to do that. Then I will duplicate it and send it to my document. Alright, it's there ready. This is number 1, so I can close this. Then this, I will do the same thing. Yes, select subjects, then I will max. I will modify the smooth, and just contract it once. I'll convert it to smart objects. Then I'll duplicate it to my canvas. Alright, I'll close this. It's already here also. Then this is my last image. Select subjects. Then I'll modify smooth. Then I will contract by 1. Then do this one. Convert it to smart objects. Convert to smart objects. And duplicate layer to untitled 1. Alright. So I'm going to just reduce the size of this. Reduce the size of this. Size of this here. I can see this is the size of this. Alright, then this. Take this size here. Then I'm going to change the invert this to face the side. This. Then I'll bring this one up here. This one up here. Then take this one to be okay. Leave this one at where it is. So I'll make this guy bigger. So can group all 3 together. Select all 3, group them, Ctrl A, then align them to the center. Alright, so we have this and this. So we are going to add in our gradient map. We'll rename this layer to pictures. Pictures here. We're going to be adding gradient map to this. Gradient map on this, and we'll create clipping mask to this Then we click on this first, add this color here, the shadows, add whites to the highlights, and we add this black brown color. Alright, click on OK. Then we're going to change the blending mode to overlay, soft light, overlay, soft lights. Right, reduce the opacity a bit. So we have this. As you can see, you can now clear our guides. You can view and clear guides. So we have this. So we arrange this, center it. Right, can clear our guides now. Then see, our design is almost ready. So we can just add shadows to the back of this design. Click on create a new layer. Click on our brush to take this blue here, make it darker, make it a dark blue. Then we use our brush and just apply shadows at the back of our images. Apply shadows at the back of our pictures here. It's too big, brush size is too big. Reduce it to brush size about 150. Still too big. Make sure the shadows are subtle. Add subtle shadows at the back of our images. Add. Just give it a bit of life. This gives it a little life. So you can see this now. We can see this, and we can see this now. So we can just change to overlay, or we can leave it as normal. We can just reduce the opacity down. Reduce the opacity down to about 84. Use our brush tool here. Just give them a bit of 3D effect, a 3D feel to our images. Just change this, reduce this one to 77. Alright, so that's how I created this design. So do well to follow, to like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much. See you in the next video. Thank you very much.